join me in giving a great welcome to John Moore.
I'm going to start off with this quote from Howard Schultz. Talking about the early days, he said that they were so busy selling coffee, one cup at a time, opening up stores, getting people to better appreciate why they should enjoy a darker roast cup of coffee, that they never thought anything about branding strategy. And I know some of you are thinking about, wait a minute, Starbucks is all about brand. They're a marketing company, right? Well, in a way, here's what they did. The company was too busy sourcing the world for higher quality coffee, roasting it to the Starbucks roast, a darker roast. They were too busy doing that. They weren't worrying about branding. Starbucks was too busy treating its employees not as pawns in the process, but as partners in the game, finding ways to give part-time employees health care benefits, options to buy stock, make them actual partners and not employees in the business. They were too busy treating employees with respect and dignity that they weren't thinking about branding. And Starbucks was too busy creating an experience for customers, a place for customers to exhale, a place where they could gather together so that, again, coffee could connect people with people. They were too busy doing that they weren't thinking about something as nebulous as branding. Branding's hard to define. But what they did know was that building the business creates the brand. They were too busy focusing on building a better business that made better connections with customers and with employees that they were not worrying about branding. What I'm talking about here is going inside out to build your business. So many companies want to go outside in. They want to spend their marketing dollars to build a better advertising campaign. They want to shout about who they are as a company. Starbucks would rather spend those marketing dollars to make a better customer experience, to better equip and enthuse employees to deliver that experience to customers, rather than spending those same dollars on an ad campaign. They again want to go inside out. The company knows that if they build a business that A, makes money, B, makes customers happy, and C, makes employees happy, what happens? You make a strong brand. It sounds simplistic, but if you boil it down, that's it. A strong brand is a business that makes money, makes employees happy, and makes customers happy. It's not a glamorous way to go about doing it, but it's an effective way to go about building an enduring brand like a Starbucks. It's not just Starbucks, it's not just Scion. We're talking about donuts, too. Has someone here been to Voodoo Donut in Portland? Back there, I think you know exactly where I'm going with this, right? Yes, he's nodding his head. Voodoo Donut has a strong point of view about donuts. They know that they can't compete against Dunkin', because Dunkin' does donuts the way Dunkin' does. Dunkin' is huge. So instead, Voodoo Donut, one shop in Portland, says, what can we do that has a strong point of view about donuts? Well, let's start off with the slogan. The magic is in the hole. Let's start off then with our signature donut, the Voodoo Doll Donut. Yes, folks, that's a pretzel right in the middle. Now, here's a donut you guys are going to just go gaga over. The Maple Bacon Bar Donut. The audacity to put 2 slices of bacon atop a donut. Talk about earning opinions. When people see this donut, they go, oh, that's disgusting. It's not. It's delicious. I don't eat a lot of donuts, but I had to eat this donut when I was in Portland. The donut, it tastes like a stack of pancakes. Maple syrup and bacon. You know the plate that you get? It's not that piece of it. It's the end of it. When you got that doughy pancake goodness that in a way is congealed within the syrup, and you get the bacon bit sprinkled on the side, you don't let that go to waste, do you? No, you take your fork and you put it on the side of the plate, and you kind of look this way, look that way, make sure no one's looking, and then you eat it. And then you do this guttural Homer Simpson, oh yeah, that sugary goodness. That's what that donut tastes like. It's delicious. But you don't have to be as complicated or as out there to have a Voodoo Doll donut. Just call your cup sizes different names. That earns an opinion. Some people love that, some people don't. But again, it's taking something common and putting an uncommon twist to it. You don't have to, again, make a Voodoo Doll donut. Again, just call your cup sizes different and earn an opinion from customers. Because Starbucks and these businesses I just talked about, they know one thing. Their personality, their style is the best form of advertising. Again, these are companies that are building their business to build their brand by spending marketing dollars not to make a better ad campaign, but to make a better customer experience, to make a more unique product experience. Because it's their style that is the best way to project their values of what the company stands for. And so as we can see here, there's something that I want to share with you now, and that's a paradox. There's a paradox that goes on when you're talking about growth of small businesses and big businesses. And this paradox states, the smaller your business is, the bigger you must look. That's right, the smaller you are, the bigger you must look. However, the bigger you are, the smaller you must get. Small businesses today need to look big in customers' eyes. Because a bigger business in a customer's eyes is one that they have more confidence in, the one that they know will be around tomorrow. But a funny thing happens when a small business becomes a big business. It's time for that big business to act small again. And that is where Starbucks is right now. Starbucks was once a small business, they've become a big business, and now they are needing to find a better focus to become a smaller business in customers' minds. And this is how it all really ties back into rock, paper, scissors. You see, scissor businesses begin off by carving a niche, and they have success, and then they morph into a rock business. And from there, again, they have sales momentum that allow them to grow. They have a solid foundation from which to grow on. And ultimately, as you grow, you end up expanding. And sometimes businesses go from being a rock business to a paper business. And they get so big that at some point in time, sales start to fall, growth stalls, and they have to what? Refocus. And refocus means they got to cut some of the stuff out that they've been doing. And thus, they act more like a scissors company. So in a way, this paradox of growth fits both small businesses looking to be bigger as well as big businesses looking to get better. There's also another test. It's a $1,000 test. This is fun. There's a company out there, Zappos. They sell shoes online as well as now much more. They are in need of great people to man the phone lines because they're an online company, and when someone has a problem, they pick up the phone to call. And this customer call department is vital to their success. And they know it is. So they know they got to find the right hires. So what they do is they hire a gaggle of people. And they put them through 2 weeks of training. After week 1 of training, they sit each person down. And they say, okay, you've been here for a week. You know who your coworkers are going to probably be. And you know more about us as a company. I have a deal for you. I will give you $1,000 to leave right now. They just spent 1 week of training, 1 more week to go. This boss is offering them $1,000 to leave on the spot. So this person here is going, wait a minute, I can leave now and get out of here. Or this person says, wait a minute, this is a pretty cool company. No, I don't want the $1,000. I want to stay here. What they found out was 10% of those new hires take the $1,000 and run. 90% stay. Those 10% that actually leave, in a way, good riddance. Why? Because they probably would have never had the passion, and they probably would have been short-timers because they just didn't get it. And that $1,000 is actually pretty cheap when you think about the thousands of dollars this company was going to spend to train this employee. So I thought that was a pretty smart test. So my question to you is, what's your passion test? What test do you have out there that you can test for passion?